So today I'm with Maurita Harris. So what key experiences that have formed from who you are today?
I'd have to say watching my mom, because her persistence for everything that she did for us, just working hard and making sure we never went without anything. It's her everything. It's my mom.
And so how did you become passionate and involved in design?
It was one of my mom's cousins. Her first cousin actually married an African-American architect. I was in 7th grade, and I had never even thought about this career at all until I went to their house, and then he took me to the office to show me what he did, and I was just really impressed. I felt like, well, I can do that, because I was looking at him, who was a person that looked like me, and that made it more real to me. I was like, well, if he can do it, I can do it.
What are your core values and how are they reflected in your practice?
Faith and honesty. I'm always real with my team that I work with. If we have any issues that come up, I don't like to pass blame. I'm just like, let's just figure out what the solution is and get it done. I just try to solve it, whatever it is.
And what is your design process?
So what we typically do, once a client contacts us, we'll meet with the client person or virtually to understand what the task is. And then, if we're able, we'll go to the site and then, go back to them, confirm what the scope of work is. And then we'll analyze whatever their, wants and needs are, take their vision and then mesh it with our vision, what we think it's supposed to be. And then we kind of go back and forth, with each other a few times. And sometimes we'll do sketches, renderings. There's all these different tools nowadays that you can use. And, once looks like we're in agreement, then we just do the drawings and I get it in the city for permit.
How do you collaborate with other individuals to realize your impactful work?
So at PHX, we're an open studio office. So there's always somebody at my desk or I'm at somebody else's desk. We're always talking to each other about our different projects. Everything is a team. We get feedback from each other constantly. And, because that other pair of eyes, it really makes a difference. They'll usually see something that maybe I didn't see, or I'll look at their project and vice versa. So it really work together as a team for everything.
With all this in mind, where is design going?
I mean, from what I'm seeing, the sustainable materials and the different things about, green buildings and, the LEED buildings are great, but I don't think that we need to be working toward a checklist. What I'm seeing is we're trying to just make that a best practice as opposed to checking off things on a list. And then the other part of it is universal design. I'm the code girl in my office. I love the building code and ADA accessibility. That's my thing. Don't make things an afterthought. It needs to be integrated from the beginning. So I'm not, just trying to appease people with handicaps, and disabilities. I want them to be a part of the space from the beginning, so just trying to make sure that everybody's included, everybody's at the table.
What are the biggest challenges you face?
Gaining respect, absolutely. We know it's not a secret. This is a white male dominated field. It still is. I love that I see a lot more women out there and minorities, but really it's gaining their respect. I have to be heard. And sometimes they don't hear me. and so I need to make sure that I'm asserting myself. And if there's something that I run into out in the field and I'm not sure of, I'll just say, let me get back to you. I don't like to give them a wrong answer. And then we'll go back and we'll talk about it. But you really just have to be assertive. I've been doing this a long time, 25 years. And sometimes people I don't know if they don't know how old I am. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, I have to really sometimes reassert my position, when I'm in the field, there's a job under construction, or sometimes with the client, if it's their first time meeting me.
What advice would you give to a young student?
Absolutely find a mentor, and you don't need just one mentor. I mean, several, so you have an upperclassman, and you have a professional, the more perspectives that you have is actually better, because they can pour into you all those things that they didn't know whenever they were in your position, and then that's going to help you. I mean, that's our assignment, is to help the next person.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening.
You too.